What's happening, crypto fam? Happy Friday. Oh yeah, we're here. We made the weekend. For those who live for the weekend, every day should feel like the same day. Just try and wake up in the same mood. Anyway, welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content. So thank you. I'm on my way to the site to pick my tools up. No work on that job for me anymore. I think it's because Ash fucked it off. They fucked me off. I've only got a mate's card. Don't see me as an actual electrician, even though I'm fully qualified except for an MVQ level 3. But anyway, not gonna fucking cry about it. At least we woke up. It's not the end of the world losing your job, guys. I know it can seem hard and it can seem daunting and bad when there's no work there on the horizon and shit. But you woke up, man. You know, let's acknowledge some people didn't wake up today. So waking up, you've already won. Fuck what else happens. Everest, an NTT data company. The internet of value will change the concept of money. I just seen a guy on Twitter. Cryptopolis, was it? I hate that, you know, when I've just seen a guy on Twitter. I know who he was. Crypto Geek. Just forget the name. So he's asking, let me see what he's actually asked. He's put, a buddy runs an investment fund, but he's super skeptical of crypto. Won't take my word for it. I also don't want it to be biased towards XRP, like I would be. So he's asking for some regulatory clarity regarding crypto to show his mate, like, look, this is the future of money, mate. It's the future of finance. Pull your finger out your ass and, like, run an investment fund, FFS. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jesus, wet. So I've just shared the link to this article, so I'm not going to read the whole article. It's quite a long one. I mean, I might do, but I doubt it. But it's Everest, UK, 21st of May, 2018. Listening to a very interesting interview on Radio 4 around digital nomads while driving. The thing that really touched the chord is that there are over 1 million people running their business on their laptops while living in different countries, not just across Europe, but all over the world. The ideal work-life balance lifestyle, perhaps. These people are generally young, forward-looking entrepreneurs, many working as global businesses despite their size. An interesting example refers to a British woman based in New Zealand who has 18 clients and was supporting various businesses across the globe. One of her clients, also being interviewed, was in fact also a digital nomad. Was currently based in Lisbon. The New Zealand nomad was organising all sorts of things, including ordering presents for the client's children to take to birthday parties, to helping arrange diary appointments, marketing, PR, etc. The interesting thing that the program went is that the program went to one of the big 4 accounting firms and asked advice on how digital nomads could manage finance and tax in an efficient way. The reality was that tax systems are based on people being static. And this is how the mindset of countries has been based over the years. In fact, some people were potentially breaking the law. Simply because there are no suitable systems set up for them. Nevertheless, things are about to change. Estonia and its idea about its citizens taking new lines from the beginning of the first article attached here. The way workers cross borders is at a crossroads. For Donald Trump, American jobs for American workers are paramount. Meanwhile, British Prime Minister at the time, Theresa May, believes that so-called citizens of the world are really citizens of nowhere. And then there's Estonia, the 100-year-old Northern European nation who believes the future of work and citizenship is remote, distributed, and digital. See, this article, there's a link in the current article. I will link article. Yeah. It finishes with, Estonia is at the forefront of this, but I think there are many countries taking steps to create policy to secure the future of work and the digital community. They are just less loud. I truly hope this will set an example that will help change the world. This brings me to a convoluted way to money, the concept of it and how it has been used to control people, keep power and means of influence over other. The cryptocurrency revolution was a way for those who perhaps were not always on the right side of the law to circumvent an establishment and sell illicit and often illegal products that enabled them making high capital gains. They love to throw the criminals using it in there, don't they? Don't never talk about criminals, how many criminals use banks over the years or fake businesses rolling cash through them. So, not like that's not the easiest way to launder money, is it? Give me a break, man. There are, however, many that have been involved in the evolution of Bitcoin into the newer world of digital ledger technology and the advances it may give to managing non-centralized ledgers, processes, and its adoption to also help alleviate corruption, automate processes, and allow many to move beyond the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is the current and developing environment in which disruptive technologies and trends such as the Internet of Things, robotics, virtual reality, and artificial intelligence are changing the way we live and work. I would add blockchain and DLT to this list as well. It just does. It will have significant effect in conjunction with AI to change many things that we take for granted today. Convenience always wins. Said it many times, guys. Said it many times. Is the camera rocking? Oh, we're seeing heat waves there. Camera's wavy, mate. That's probably going to wreck a few people's heads. I've only just noticed it. So many central banks we know are looking into blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Not all as a potential risk to current money. It's coming from the opposite viewpoint, that perhaps they might look to set up a fiat currencies to become national cryptocurrencies. I sat near a closed conference with several central banks and regulators a few months back. During the conference, a top 4 consultancy presented the idea that a central bank might think of setting up a fiat currency. Interesting. We know they're gonna. What's all that? We don't need all that bullshit. That is the paragraph is mate, investment mate needs to be reading. But because the engine's running on a slant. Stop the wave now. Sorry if that was doing your head in. It will take one of the leading countries to launch a fiat currency, which would be the US dollar. They may have no incentive at present. Remember, it's 2 years ago this is written. The euro, the yen, the British pound, the Swiss franc, the Canadian dollar, Australia, New Zealand dollar, South African rand, and the Chinese renminbi. What? Yuan. So, brass taxes. Some of the banks have been openly testing cryptocurrencies, DLT technologies. Includes the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, the Bank of Japan. Outsider from the above list includes Sweden and, interestingly, Estonia in the Eurozone. The Bank of International Settlements, who controls central banks, basically the bank for central banks, the BIS. They've also been looking at this. Money, especially physical money, may become a thing of the past. It may become a single currency, UN credit. I'm following the article mentioned below with the Internet of Value. The article below gives several advantages of having an Internet of Value as a parallel to the Internet of Information. A common open source tool of Interledger Protocol and Hyperledger Quilt, and their ability to support those designing seamless journeys through the interoperability of different technologies and networks can only but help. I think we have, for the first time in humanity, do you know what I mean? For the first time in humanity, we are able to manage what tomorrow will look like. Our science fiction films of a couple of decades ago becoming reality, and we have people like Elon Musk to thank for being leading the light into the daring to dream the impossible. We need real leaders like Musk to change the world with one vision, to think as one human, one planet, one goal, to share our planet's resources responsibly, and for no one to suffer due to geography, race, age, or etc. Oh, that's starting to sound like an epic prologue from a movie where you're like, go on, G. V for Vendetta type speech. Banking, as we know it, will change. As we have already seen with Monzo, Revolut, XRP, Ripple. At a Consensus 2018 New York event, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, spoke about his app, Square Cash, which will allow users to buy but also spend Bitcoin as cash. It seems to be in beta by invitation only. However, if this catches on, it will provide an alternative way of using Bitcoin easily, and it transfers it to fiat currency at the time of use. This is a game changer. And for the first time, now can you imagine apps like Wirex and Zoom and stuff like that was out at this time? How different that paragraph would have been. And a buzzing off a Twitter app that still ain't out now in 2020. Yeah. And we've got all these other apps that just emerging out of nowhere and doing the job that we need them to do. It's interesting. Now, of course, some of what seems like futuristic technology is already coming to pass. We can now wave a smartwatch to pay for the Coca-Cola. Not if you're in the UK, though, because fucking Samsung and the UK banks, well, Santander and HSBC do, but not the bank I bank with. So, yeah, shut up, Scott. Just at the wrong bank, bro. We can now wave a smartwatch to pay for the Coca-Cola from a vending machine or for groceries in a checkout line. Apps will allow us to split a restaurant bill on the spot. Vacation resorts and cruises provide a wearable. It functions as an all-in-one room, key, credit card, and more. But these are device or localized payment innovations. What remains difficult today is paying in entirely new and novel ways. Paying over distance, specifically across borders and networks and currencies, is also challenging because existing payment infrastructure is hopelessly antiquated, making long-distance payments applications slow, expensive, and cumbersome. I've heard them before. Fortunately, the emerging Internet of Value is beginning to radically improve our payments experience. The financial counterpart for the Internet of Information, the IOV. Ooh. Do you know, it gives me an emotional stiffer every time. I just love it, I do. I love it. It is more about the Internet of Value. Well, it is about the Internet of Value. It's not about any one asset. We know we're mostly about XRP at the moment, but we've told people we're diversified. We've got multiple assets, not just ZERPs. We just know that ZERPs, it's setting a standard in it. Not only the standard in performance, but in multiple perspectives, we can look at this. And at the end of the day, we are so early in terms of IOV. Makes you wonder how long it's actually going to take with the ISO migration and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, why are we going to hodl it, innit? We're going to live long and hodl it. I'm not saying people shouldn't be day traders. People shouldn't have a little buddy on the side that they're going to day trade with. But I'm telling you now, until I've got about 2, 3, 4, 5 grand that I can just throw in a grid and fuck it off and leave it and not even be bothered about it, that's when I'll start day trading. I'm not going to start day trading with 50p to £50. I'm not in a position where I'd happily risk that when I still want to save up and invest in stuff. It's just not the way it goes, and I'm not confident enough to execute the risk against the trades. I know the indicators, I know how to trade. I just haven't got the confidence and experience there yet because I fucking still live on my ass. Do you know what I mean? Wow. But yeah, we're investors, innovators. We see the vision, and we're going to stay patient and wait. And on that note, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. Try and stay positive no matter what's going on. If it's really, really, really dark, just try and be a light in the darkness. If you can't find a miracle, try and be the miracle. Yeah. We love crypto. We love XRP. We love IOV. Oh, we love you, baby. Haha, yeah. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.